Hey everyone, I'm making another video, kind of impromptu. Before I begin, I'm just gonna say the dickheads outside have not stopped being loud. In fact, they've got worse. They've now acquired a football and are playing in our little arsehole-sized courtyard, which is just god awful. Anyway, Um, yeah, I want to make this video just to kind of set an urge really, just because of things that I've been looking through recently today, and I wanted to talk about body modifications, um, styles that people um, kind of have, that kind of thing, and the attitudes towards them. I'm not a fan of every single modification really. There's some that I think don't look that brilliant, but it really does depend on the person that's that's got them. Because if you suit that modification, that's fine. Because what looks good on one person could look terrible on another, and that's kind of what I mean. Is you look at some modifications and it just doesn't suit the individual, and it just looks awful. And that's why I'm quite careful about the mods that I choose, because I really like to know what does and doesn't suit me. So I want to talk about like extreme body modifications, like heavily tattooed individuals and people with lots and lots of piercings. I found a video a while ago, but I've had it linked to me by a friend earlier on today of um, a guy from he was on Jeremy Kyle of all things, and he named himself well, he'd acquired the nickname Mad Dog Dion, and he had like, his face covered in like a skull tattoo, and he was gonna get more, and he had lots of tattoos and stuff. And okay, first of all, the tattoo itself looked terrible, and the tattooist who did it should probably be hung because it was just it was so bad. Um, and this is it. People are just going to say, well, he's an idiot because he's got the gold tattoo on his face, and that's wrong. No, he's not an idiot because he has a tattoo skull on his face. He's an idiot full stop. I mean, if you can't kind of carry on watching the show, he's on there not specifically because of the face tattoo. He's on there because he's cheated on his wife, he controls her, blah 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 blah. He's a dick in general. The fact that he's got a tattoo of a skull on his face is is really quite irrelevant. You know, he's a cunt, full stop, regardless of what he has tattoos where or not, really. And on the flip side of that, I know a lot of people on the internet and in real life who are heavily modified people who are fucking beautiful on the inside and on the outside. Because, well, first of all, their modifications suit them. That's another thing that I want to kind of just chip in there a little bit. This guy on Jeremy Kyle, I mean, he's got all these like heavily um, modified like tattoos and stuff, but he hasn't really committed to a style, if you know what I mean. He's just kind of, yeah, it just looks out of place. Whereas the guys that I know, they know what they like, and they have a specific, not necessarily a specific style, but they have a certain style that they like dressing and stuff, and it looks good, and everything fits together nicely, and it works. Um, so I mean, the people that I know, especially in person, I mean, one guy who is kind of well known in the body mod world. He's very very heavily tattooed. He's got a lot of piercings, and I worked alongside him last year down in London, and he's brilliant. He's a really genuinely nice person, and he's very easy to get along with. And I can't see a problem with this human whatsoever. Yeah, he's got a lot of tattoos and he's got a lot of piercings, but that doesn't make him any less of a person. He's still lovely, and and that's what's more important. Um, Another thing as well is the fact that again I met this guy working. You know, we were doing the same job together, and you know he can get work. Whereas this other guy is just like, nah, I'm not gonna get a job. The bloke that's on Jeremy Kyle with the skull face tattoo. He's just there going, no, why should I get a job? And that like therein lies the problem, is the fact that he's just a dick, basically. Um, and then obviously moving through skull tattoos onto the king of skull tattoos, which is Rick Zombie. Um, I'm going to post all appropriate links down here, including Jeremy Kyle and all sorts of jazz. So yeah, if you don't know who Zombie Boy is, then I will be posting them down here. Yeah, he is basically the king of skull tattoos. He's a fucking legend. And people kind of look at him on face value and maybe they say, oh, that's so stupid, blah blah blah. But if you listen to an interview, which is the first thing I kind of did really, is before I looked into him too much, just doing kind of other things, I wanted to find like a good interview with him to see kind of what he's like as a person, and he's actually very intelligent, which a lot of people wouldn't think um, would be certain, but it is, and certainly wasn't surprising for me. He's articulate, intelligent, and very creative, which is brilliant, and he is truly an inspiration. I certainly think so. He's so comfortable in himself, and that that on its own is very attractive. Because I've kind of on the subject of this guy, people said, oh, but you can't see what he looks like, so you can't be attracted to him, blah 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 blah. But I perfectly think you could, because his manner is um, is very attractive. It's the fact that he's so comfortable with himself that is the attraction there. He's a brilliant and an inspirational person, and he's certainly worth a watch if you can find him. And to be honest, like yeah, he's into gross stuff. He's even said it himself. He likes weird things, and that's totally cool. That's fine. I mean, I'm just as bad. I'm constantly looking up strange things and oddities and stuff like that. And hey, it's all good. I'm doing nothing illegal, so it's all good. But my kind of final message in this is all been very very particular to the kinds of problems that I've been having recently. Is that you should never ever let anybody tell you that you can't be yourself. Um, if people are trying to kind of repress the way that you are, um, in whatever way, then fuck them. They're obviously not worth your time, because if they are judging you on something so minuscule, really, as that, then they're not worth your time. So don't let people belittle you. If you want to be into weird things, or if you are into weird things, it's not really a choice. A lot of the time, then yeah, be into weird things. Look up kind of oddities and stuff that people aren't normally kind of considered a hobby. Have fun and be weird and be a freak, because that's what you may or may not be. I certainly consider myself a little freakish, and I'm proud of that. I hold no shame whatsoever in the fact that I am different from a lot of other people, and that's awesome as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, there's my small words of wisdom. You don't get many of them, not from me. However, um, yeah, just be yourself, and the sooner that you can be comfortable with yourself, the better. Because there have been times where I haven't been, and I have believed the people who try to put me down, and that's not right. That's not the way it should be. And so once I started believing in myself and my style and who I was, then I was a much happier person. And the boys are still making loads of noise outside with the silly footballing in the courtyard. So I'm gonna go and chase a baseball bat at 9 o'clock at night and go beat the shit out of them. I'm not really. I'm gonna sit in and drink tea because I'm a good girl. Okay.